14th of March 2012, this is Capital FM Online TV News. In the headlines, fuel prices peak in regulator's latest review, DRC Congo warlord Lubanga guilty in first ICC verdict, health workers agree to end strike, and Mutula faults speaker on EACC nominees. Motorists in Nairobi will have to dig slightly deeper into their pockets this month after super petrol went up 37 cents to 111 shillings and 69 cents in the latest review by the Energy Regulatory Commission in their fuel review. Diesel will, however, cost 17 cents less to sell at 105 shillings and 12 cents per litre, while kerosene will now sell at 84 shillings and 13 cents to reflect a 39 cents increase. The ARC says the new prices, which will take effect from midnight tonight, resulted from an increase in the actual cost of imported products and that of products refined locally. In a statement, ERC Director General Engineer Kaburu Mwirichia has, however, urged Kenyans to brace for higher pump prices in the coming reviews, owing to the upward trend of crude and refined petroleum products in the international market. The International Criminal Court has set a clear precedent in its first ever verdict, ruling that DR Congo militiaman Thomas Lubanga is guilty of conscripting and enlisting child soldiers and having them participate in hostilities. The court convicted the Congolese militia boss of war crimes for using children in his rebel army in the tribunal's first ever verdict since its launch. The chamber reached its decision unanimously, according to a presiding judge, Adrian Fulford. The prosecution accused him of using children as young as 9 as bodyguards, sex slaves, and fighters. During the trial, videos were shown which appeared to show Lubanga galvanizing child soldiers to fight in the conflict between Hema and Lendu tribes in some of Africa's worst ever tribal warfare. He did not deny that he led the Union of Congolese Patriots political group, but he insisted he was not in charge of its armed wing.
The Chamber has reached its decision unanimously. The Chamber concludes that the prosecution has proved beyond reasonable doubt that Mr. Thomas Lubanga Dailo is guilty of the crimes of conscripting and enlisting children under the age of 15 years into the FPLC and using them to participate actively in hostilities within the meaning of Articles 8(2)(e), 7 and 25(3)(a) of the statute from early September 2002.
Health workers have now called off their 2-week strike after talks between the government, the Union of Kenya Civil Servants, and the Health Professionals Society, chaired by Prime Minister Raila Odinga. According to the Assistant Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister, Alfred Kangati, the workers agreed to return to work unconditionally. All disciplinary letters that were sent to the striking workers have also been recalled. Kangati says those who fail to return to work tomorrow will be dealt with in accordance with the law. Among the issues immediately sorted include the first phase of extraneous allowances that ought to be paid to the workers. A task force comprising representation from the negotiating parties has also been set up to address both medium and long-term challenges affecting the health sector.
No officer will be victimized for participating in the strike, and therefore disciplinary letters which had been issued to various health workers have been withdrawn. However, the workers who fail to report on duty by the end of tomorrow, that is Thursday, 15th March 2012, will be liable for disciplinary action individually and in accordance with existing regulations for public servants.
Justice and Constitutional Affairs Minister Mutula Kilonzo has faulted a ruling by Speaker Kenneth Marende pitting the fate of the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission nominees on the leader of government business. Mutula says the ruling issued by Marende creates confusion and further delays the process of setting up the anti-corruption body, arguing that it should have been referred to the Parliamentary Legal Affairs Committee. In his ruling, Marende directed the leader of government business, Kalonzo Musyoka, to move a motion for the approval of the nominees of the Anti-Corruption Commission. The Justice Minister has also advised the principals against withdrawing the 3 anti-corruption nominees.
I personally am satisfied without a doubt that withdrawing the names from Parliament is unacceptable, partly because the law is very clear. It's far better that Parliament passes the sort of resolution that would say the names have been rejected so that the executive can start the process again, if that is what they want. But to put the country in this limbo is very unfortunate.
And that does it for our top stories of the day. Thank you for joining us. I'm Victoria Rubadiri.